consciousazine.com Chronicles.
So these are just notes, but here is today's video title. To manipulate organic portals, simply manipulate your own energy, because they mimic energy. Remember, that's at the core of this theory. The upper chakras are missing, so they mimic your upper chakras from the heart up. It's like shown on that diagram I've shown in several videos. The missing center of the color of each chakra. So it's devoid, and that's why they mimic your upper chakras. Now, that means, you know, if you're pushing truth, you're going to get a lot of reaction. Recently I've been doing a lot of hardcore, really don't care what people think posts on Facebook, and just pushing the truth of what's happening out there. It's not my belief or something. It's what is going on out there. It's something I'm noticing, and it's like, whether I believe it or not doesn't matter. It's just something that's occurring out in the world, you know. And I've been doing a lot of those sort of posts on AI. Another one was how a lot of women are whoring themselves. Lots of pretty intense posts. And what I found was that not only can you use their energy, that manipulates them out of the woodwork. Because if you're on hardcore truther posts like that, you'll get real crazy reactions. And, you know, these people, organic portals, they don't think well, they're very illogical, and they don't have the power of Wu-Ji in the upper Tan-Chen. There's no cosmic thought there, there's no self-thought of their own or epiphany, like Wu-Ji, I just had an epiphany. That cosmic tinkering force, I call it, which the Taoists call Wu-Ji force in the upper Tan-Chen, the crystal room, they don't have that, and you can just notice them come out of the woodwork and comment on your post very stupidly, illogically, no like cosmic thought, no self-thought, so on, like that, and using other people's thoughts and just plain sometimes going against what you're saying for apparently no reason. Like, they don't come with any logic or fifth dimensional light. It's a dark response, and so this is a great way to manipulate your friends list on Facebook to have better friends and less organic portals. If you do some hardcore truth posts, they'll just come out of the woodwork and you'll be able to delete them. Plus, they work the algorithm of your post for you by commenting. You can just delete their comment and off you go. So they've actually not taken energy from you, they've given energy to you. So I would say that's manipulating the situation, yeah, for the better. Yeah, and then when you want to have a day off where you don't check your notifications every 5 seconds, you can feel better that you've already purged a lot of the organic portals who are going to maybe say something stupid. So there's lots of advantages to that. And here's another way, you know, if you think positive, they'll start to think more positive. They are nothing but the inertia laws. I was going to say they're nothing but inert. So they can do nothing else but ride the cycles of nature. They can't pierce them, they can't ascend them, and so on. That's what the organic portals are like. And so if you're positive, you'll notice that you can create a more positive atmosphere, yeah? Well, that's manipulation. If you become negative, you know, you can get a lot of those over-positive thinking people who are only seeing one side of the coin, so to speak. They seem to never go deep into discernment, and they're just what I call uber-positive people. Positive just to be positive. You know, like, it's over-positivity, because sometimes when you go into deep discernment states, you're not really being positive, you're not being negative or positive. You're trying to be neutral, yeah? So I feel it's a type of ignorance some of these people have when they're being over positive. And so to manipulate those people out, you can be negative. Not necessarily negative, but yeah, you can take a sort of negative discerning tone, and that will pull those guys out of the woodwork. So now physically, if you're walking around and it's just that they mimic your energy. So if you have good energy, they're gonna reflect that. So if you want to manipulate the organic portals, you just manipulate your own energy, because you are remember, you're like the creator, and they're like uncreation or just reaction. You're the creator who's in motion. They're inert. They're not in motion. They don't create. They're only reaction. Okay, so it's as simple as manipulating your energy to manipulate the organic portals. Yes, it gets tricky. It can get nichey, and just you've got to think about it. You just got to see all the myriads and the entire gamut of ways you can do this. But yeah, that's up to you on a late night to start thinking about. How can I do it? What will that do? What will this effect do? And so on, because the game is not so simple out there. So, you can't... This is the overarching principle, to go on with, but you need to obviously, ground this higher philosophy out and see in which ways what works and so on. But yeah, you'll find that it's, simply manipulating your energy, and that's the overarching sort of axiom.